Jerry Brown here with Jerry Brown Travels.
Lori here.
Well, in this video we are going to... Well, I had an idea for this series right now. Since it's New Year's, what I thought I'd do is I would look back, and I went through my files to look and see which videos were most popular. A lot of videos were popular where people wanted interviews. So I'm going to show a video every day for the next week that have been our most popular videos. This particular one coming up, we've had over 500,000 views that saw this video. This video was made 5 years ago, and it is a gentleman at the beach who lived on $300 a month. And so we're going to take a look at that video and see what's happening. Also, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you his house. That's going to be the second video that we made, and we'll do a little walkthrough in his house. Then the third video that I'm going to show you here, it's going to be an update, an video that we made a year ago, and not even a year ago. And so we're going to show you, is he able to still live on $300 a month, or what is his current cost of living, and how much money is it going to cost him? So look for Jerry Brown here with Jerry Brown Travels.
Lori here.
And today we're going to have an interview with a gentleman that actually lives for his food budget on $2.50 a day. And also he gives us some advice how you can live on $300 a month for total expenses. So it's something that he's doing. I don't think we could do that, but I'm going to throw out a challenge to you. Do you think you could live on $2.50 a day for food? We're going to talk to Memo here, and Memo is retired in Mexico. In Mexico for what? How many years you been here?
12 years.
12 years, okay. So he knows the lay of the land, and he's got some helpful hints on how to retire on a very low overhead and keeping life real simple. A lot of the people are real interested in living in Mexico and on a budget. And I wanted you to share some of your lifestyle and, you know, what you do.
Living in Lo de Marcos here, I have a food budget, a daily food budget of 50 pesos a day.
50 pesos, which is how much in dollars?
Probably $2.50 right now.
So you have a food budget of $2.50 a day.
Correct.
Not a meal, but a day.
A day.
Wow, that's low.
Well, it's possible here in Lo de Marcos.
Okay.
One, because everything is affordable, and two, because I don't drink, I don't smoke.
Okay, okay.
So everything is consumable for me. I'm also living in the country.
Okay.
So I have a lot of natural food.
Okay.
We have on the property where I live pineapples and bananas,
okay,
guayabas, jackfruit, moringa, noni, and the list goes on and on.
Okay.
So my breakfast consists of oatmeal. It's oatmeal with bananas.
Uh-huh.
My lunch is can be quesadillas,
okay,
or it can be some food off of a cart that comes by, ceviche, which again is vegetables and fish.
Okay.
And my dinner can be either quesadillas with eggs, or it can be some chicken. But all of it is locally grown or produced,
okay,
very natural.
So it sounds like then a good percentage of your food is coming right from your land that you're on, or fruits and stuff like that also.
It's stuff like that. I go into the store. I live on a permaculture property, which means we have no electricity, except for solar electricity. We have no refrigeration, and the water comes from a well. So everything, when we buy food, it's only food that lasts 48 hours or less.
Okay.
Or lasts longer if it's dried. I have, as I said, oatmeal, and that can last a good long time. The tortillas can last a good long time. The tortillas especially are fantastic because if you get the natural tortillas, we use them in multiple ways. We use them to make the quesadillas, and then as they begin to get drier, we use them for nachos or topes, and then we use them for food for our chickens, which produce eggs for us.
Okay.
So when you say permaculture, the intent is that everything that you produce has more than one use and is recyclable.
Okay. That sounds very efficient down here. Now, what would you say, you know, on the average, say somebody that's retired, you know, and maybe they basically have a minimal amount of retirement money coming in, Social Security, maybe they don't have a pension. What would you think somebody in this area, because you mentioned this area is where you can afford to live much cheaper, you know, than Puerto Vallarta and resorts and stuff like that. What would you say would be a realistic number, you know, for food and maybe housing?
The rent will probably be 3,000 pesos.
Okay.
But that is $150 a month for rent. Okay. If you're looking to double your food, that's 100 pesos, or let's call that $5. $5, so that's $150. So at $150 a month for food, $150 a month for housing, $300, even minimal Social Security from the United States is 1/4 of what you might be receiving. So if you're not putting money into your savings account, you're doing something wrong.
Okay, well that's interesting. Imagine with that amount of money and stuff like that, you're really not eating out in restaurants much, and you're not sitting in a bar or drinking or anything like that.
Not a bar. I can go out for a meal.
Okay.
A plate of nachos with cheese and salsa at a restaurant here in Lo de Marcos is 50 pesos. 50 pesos. On the beach, with the waves.
So $2.50.
Right. If you go next town up north of here, then it becomes twice that at 100 pesos.
Okay.
If you go the next town after that, which is a very popular tourist town, it's 3 times that, 150 pesos.
Wow.
So if you want to spend money, it's certainly there.
In review, as I hear that with the rents that you can get and the amount of food and how to eat, you know, within a budget, that a person, let's say they have a Social Security check of $600, even as low as that, they can live here in Mexico.
Yes.
Okay. In this area, not a resort, as we say.
That's right.
In this area here. Wow. That's fantastic. I think this is great. I think a lot of our viewers here are going to be encouraged about this, because a lot of people haven't prepared, you know, for retirement for whatever reason, and they have a minimal Social Security, and they can't live like that in the States, you know. But in a country like Mexico or Thailand or Cambodia or Asia, people are able to do that and have a quality life. Okay, great. Well, thank you very much. This is great. I know our viewers are going to cherish this information.
Good. Well, I appreciate your time.
I appreciate your time.
Subscribe every Friday, 5 o'clock at California time. We have a new video for you to watch it.
Okay, let's take a look at Memo's house now. See how it looks, and would you like to live in a house like this? Would it be appealing to you? Leave a comment.
Welcome to Rancho del Oso. This is a home that is off the grid, and it is a minimalist home, my home. The first thing you come to is the refrigerator, which does not work. We use that for storage. Food lasts here 48 hours. After 48 hours, if we don't eat it, my dog eats it. Now, I live on $700 US a month. That breaks down to the food, to the rent, to the entertainment, and once in a while I might treat somebody to a really expensive 100 peso dinner. That's $5. I mean, how can you beat it? Now you can. You can go to another town and you can pay twice. You can go even closer to a metropolis and you can pay 10 times that. But why? And we don't need a whole lot. There's a pizza oven outside for an oven. There's a rocket stove for cooking the beans, whatever you need. The water comes from a well. In this house, we get up when the sun rises. We go to bed when the sun sets. I do have a solar-powered flashlight that I use to read by at night. Or I have candles if I decide that I need to work a little bit later. At 4 o'clock in the afternoon, it's time for a shower. That's when the black hose has the hot water. Now I could get a hot water heater, but that would mean more propane. Or I could get a bigger solar system, but I don't see a reason for that. I have what I want and what I need. And it's wonderful to learn that we have what we need, not necessarily always what we think we want. So I can't imagine living anywhere else with all the love and all the beauty that we have here. My home is surrounded by trees and plants and cows and horses and chickens and sheep and my dogs and my cats. Besides my friends who come over here for dinner in the pizza oven, and then we bake bread. So the things we have are just wonderful. The electricity comes from a solar panel service, a very small solar panel service, which actually comes from an RV. You don't need a lot of panels to produce enough electricity. This is the bedroom. A single person living here with a single bed, and then my library with all the books that have been handed me down, and of course the closet and the storage. Again, it's simple, but it works, and it's affordable. Okay, and the next room is the bathroom. So that again, the shower water comes from the well, and then it's reused for in the garden and whatever else is needed. The idea is that everything we have here is used at least twice. If I end up with a plastic bag, it becomes a garbage bag. So there's nothing here that gets used once and then thrown into a trash can.
Okay, let's talk about your book. You have a book that you've written, and it's on Amazon.
Amazon.com. You go there and you type in Moringa of Mexico.
Okay.
Moringa of Mexico. It's a fun little book. It's only 99 cents.
Oh, 99 cents.
And from that, you're going to learn about Moringa, my number one love, and the stories of what it's like to live in a tropical Mexican community.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. This is the United States, so let's come all the way down into Mexico, along the coast down here, past Mazatlan, and this is Puerto Vallarta. And this is the area that we're going to show you in this video. Now, we're north of Puerto Vallarta, coming up this way into the area of Sayulita, San Pancho, Lo del Marcos, and this video series is based in this area right in here. Hey, we want to thank all of our patrons, all the people that support us on our YouTube channel, making videos to help you. We hope that we entertain you. And maybe, why don't you take a look at that and see if it would be something you would like to do to support us in helping us to create more videos for you.
Don't go, we're not done yet. Don't go, we're not done yet.
Jerry Brown here with Jerry Brown Travels.
Lori here.
Well, in this video, we are going to have an interview with a gentleman that lives here on $600 a month, Lori. Now, let's get an update from Memo. See what happened, you know what I mean, in his life now, and what his lifestyle is. Has it changed much? And so is he still able to live on $300 a month? Here is video on Memo. Well, good morning. And this is Memo, and we did an interview with him about 5 years ago, and he was telling us how his living expenses were $300 a month for everything. And a lot of people ask me, because again, that was about 5 years ago, what is Memo doing now? You know, is he able to maintain that same lifestyle? Is he able to live that cheaply down here? And so we want to give you the updated version on what Memo is doing here.
I have everything I need. I could not say there is anything that I need that I don't get. Then there's the difference of want. That I go to sleep each night with no bills.
Okay.
I wake up in the morning with no worry. Because for what I receive in my retirement income, I could not live in the United States. No, I would be on the street, right?
And so, Memo, first of all, introduce yourself.
Okay. My name is William in the United States, which in Mexico is Guillermo. And Guillermo, in the town of Lo de Marcos where I live, which is a little town, we all have nicknames. And the regular Mexican nickname for Guillermo is Memo. So everybody in town knows me as Memo. We have more than one Memo.
Great. Okay, so give us a little update. You know, let's start in with your expenses now. Today.
Okay.
What are you spending for your living expenses?
Living expenses. Well, I know that when we did this 5 years ago, we were at $300 a month.
A month, yes.
Right. And we have doubled that
Oh,
here.
okay.
So honestly, and without, I would say, being torturous to yourself, you can realistically live on $600 a month in this part of Mexico.
Okay.
We're in a tourist town, but we're not in Puerto Vallarta.
Yes.
So things are 1/3 the price of what? If you lived in Puerto Vallarta, I don't think you could get away with less than $1,800 a month
For a single person.
for a single person. But by coming out to the country, somewhat country, we're still on a beach, we're still near a highway, we still have large enough stores to get what you need. The living expenses are less than in an international town such as Puerto Vallarta.
So a lot of the provisions, fruits, vegetables, then they're locally grown. They're in this area.
Fruits and vegetables, yes. We have wonderful vegetable stores here that have fruits and vegetables at affordable prices. The story I always like to tell people, and I love every area that we have, but just so you know, in Lo de Marcos, a quesadilla will cost you 15 pesos. If you travel 1 hour south of here to a beautiful town called San Pancho, it's very nice, but a quesadilla will cost you 30 pesos.
Okay, double.
If
That's
you
a
go
lot.
to somewhere like Puerto Vallarta, which is our next southernmost town, which is Sayulita, incredible place, internationally known, a quesadilla will cost you 100 pesos.
$5.
So,
Okay. But you in general, you've always, I imagine, lived frugally. You've watched your money, and so living in this environment here really lends towards your way of thinking.
well, I mean, this is a tropical town,
Yeah.
right? We have bananas falling out of the tree. We have pineapples coming up out of the ground. There's so much fruit here, and we have a number of farms around here with incredible vegetables, with tomatoes and cucumbers and fabulous food like that. One of my favorite farms, Britta's Farm, which every Monday you can go at 6 p.m. and you can pick your own tomatoes and cucumbers and whatever vegetable you want right out of the field. And not only is it as fresh as possible, it's also affordable.
So you before you were here at $300. Now you say you're at about $600 a month for your total living expenses.
Right.
Now you're on solar.
Solar electricity, right. So I don't have an electric bill.
Okay. And what about other utilities?
I do have propane. A propane tank for me costs, I just bought one for 625 pesos. $32.50 maybe for, and I only use it for the stove. So that will last an entire year
Okay.
for me. And that's using it every single day.
Every day. Okay. So how about Wi-Fi? Do you have Wi-Fi? Because you
I do have Wi-Fi. I live way out in the country on a farm. I absolutely love it. But I have Wi-Fi. That's my connection. Gotta have Facebook, right? And that Wi-Fi costs me 500 pesos a month. $25. Right? $25.
And then now, how about, let's say, entertainment? What do you typically do, for entertainment?
I have Netflix.
Do you have Netflix?
Who needs more?
Wow.
No.
Do you?
Yes.
But that's an upgrade because you didn't have that last time.
No.
we were
That
Your food budget now is about $5 a day.
$5 a day. Yes. I'll give you a good example. Sunday, I met my daughter and my son-in-law for lunch at a sushi bar. Oh, sushi! That's pretty nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I had a California tuna roll, seaweed roll, a big plate, and that cost 100 pesos.
100 pesos.
$5. So that was my meal for the day. But that's not. I'm not starving, and I'm not sacrificing. That's a lifestyle that I have chosen, and I enjoy.
Okay. what was the inspiration for you to, to let's say move to Mexico, to live this lifestyle down here of simplicity? Was there any particular things, maybe something you read or something like that, that maybe our viewers would like to?
I think it's mostly the people that I met.
Okay.
Here in Lo de Marcos, they're self-sufficient, and when you meet people like that, and you find out that they have a happy life.
Yeah.
There's a big difference. We've talked about this before, the big book of Your Money or Your Life.
Okay.
And where you learn the difference between want and need. I have everything I need.
Mm-hmm.
I could not say there is anything that I need that I don't get. Then there's the difference of want. I have a vehicle, it's 22 years old,
Okay.
but I've paid for it, right?
Right.
I don't owe anything for a car. I don't owe anything, so the intent is that I go to sleep each night with no bills.
Okay.
I wake up in the morning with no worries. And and most of my friends here are in the same boat, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's an excellent thing.
I don't smoke.
Mm-hmm.
That's a savings of thousands of dollars
Yeah.
every year, right? I don't drink alcohol. That's a savings of thousands of dollars. But those are choices on mine. That's not a hardship.
Right.
I'm not missing anything. Just don't get in the way of my coffee or my chocolate. That's where I spend the money.
That's great. Okay, so now, in breaking down your expenses, Matt, tell us about your living, your rent and stuff. Give us a little background.
Well, we've talked about rent, and in the old school, we wouldn't want to spend more than 25% of our income.
Yes, I say.
And that's not true anymore. Sadly, that's not true. In this town, which is one of the most affordable places around, you cannot get by without spending 10,000 pesos a month for a nice little 2-bedroom, 1-bath cottage.
$500.
$500, right? If you're going to come here and you want to spend less than that in rent, you should not come here. You simply should not come. If you want to spend less, you can if you move up into the inland areas where there's no English spoken, there's no beach to sit at, right? That you could get away with maybe $200 to $250 a month in rent. But again, it's what is the lifestyle that you're looking for.
Okay. So not to mislead anybody, thinking they can come down here and live on, say, $600 a month. I mean, you've been here, you know where the deals are, you know what to look for, and that. What advice would you give to somebody that is watching this video and they think, yeah, I'd like to go down there, and I've got an income of $600, I can do it, Can they really do it? They took your number of $600 a month. Now they need to add the rent on top of that, and so in other words, their living expenses is $600. Now they think, okay, I need to add rent on that. So
I can find you today in this town 6 different properties for 10,000 pesos a month, $500.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Yes. That is doable.
Okay.
Because I do have people from our last video that come into town, they hold up their phone with my face on it, and they say, I want to live here. And I have to say that video is 5 years ago.
What's different now in the sense of your income? What has transpired?
Oh, for me, it's because I now receive Social Security.
Okay, before you didn't.
Right.
Okay.
Automatically sent to Mexico from the United States. God bless both countries. And depending upon the, what do you call
Exchange
it?
rate.
Exchange rate. Depending upon the exchange rate, that works out to over 30,000 pesos a month.
Okay.
As a single person, that gives me enough pesos to live, to save. I've bought a piece of land, and we can talk about that. I'm building a house from scratch, and it's doable.
Well, tomorrow I'm posting this video. We're going to interview a gentleman that from riches to rags. He was a millionaire, and now he's living on a very, very little amount of money. Stay tuned for that and see what you think about it, and give me your comments. I'll give you a little tip on it. He's living on $300 a month. So this was a very popular video. And if you missed it, I'm giving you a little preview. Some of the videos that we're making and look back period on what was popular in our videos in 2022. So take a look at this video. Every Friday at 5 p.m. California time, we have a free video for you. Check it out. You see my face at the bottom right? Just touch on it and you will be subscribed absolutely free. Also, if you want to book an appointment, just press book now.